Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the RVMan LP Exhibitions, and today we have just gone off the heels of finishing the Palace of Winds. We literally have no reason to be in this house anymore, or in this temple anyway. I guess the only thing we can do now, well, aside from fusing kinstones with her again, hopefully this time there's not a snake. Please let it be something good. Okay, that's actually something good. Well, that works, I guess. We can just find, not this room, it's the room lower below us. And we could just simply find that room and use that room to... Okay, where are we going? Oh wait, we can fuse another kinstone with him. Alright. That works. Yeah, that's right, I forgot. You can fuse you can fuse two kinstones with the Elder. Thankfully, and hopefully, it's not a butterfly. So, with that said, we are going to go downstairs and finally leave this place, this time for good, because there is a lot of things we need to do before we actually complete the final dungeon of the game. Yeah, there's no need for us to be here. And yeah, Chrome Dome there is still fit as a fiddle, apparently. Ironically enough, he just got finished being possessed by a Poe. So this is where we need to go back to South Hyrule Field. So, on that note, we're going to do that via the portal. We don't need to step out of the house, because there's no reason for us to do that. There's no reason for us to come back here, period. So, on to the orb, and back to South Hyrule Field. And now that we have the Rock's Cape, I do believe we have ourselves another skill to learn. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what we do have. Another skill to learn. If Past Me thinks about it anyway. So, what I went to do is to check to see if the school teachers actually have the kinstones to fuse, but apparently not. Neither one of them do. I thought they did. Huh, that's weird. It probably would have been fused for, ooh, I think we need to go there anyway. We'll probably do that in just a moment. But for right now, again, there is a skill we need to learn. Ask me where you think you're going. Don't go to the North Hyrule Field just yet. There's things we've got to do. And unfortunately, Past Me almost went up there. Nope, get back down. Okay. Now we're heading back to Hyrule Castle, and I think now we'll be heading over to Swiftblade, which, by the way, we get to learn the second to last scroll in the game. Move out of the way, you stupid dog. Thank you. And this scroll that we're going to learn, again, is something that, honest to God, I should have learned before I took on the boss. But I didn't think about it. Well, not like it would have helped anyway. So, with the fact that we got the Rock's Cape, now we have the Downward Thrust. Something that Link, to be honest with you, haven't had since Zelda 2. Yeah, this is Zelda 2's Downward Thrust. And, it comes back in this game, and at the exact same time, it got worse in seasons and ages. What hasn't that game bastardized? Seriously! But now we're gonna have to learn the technique of the down thrust. It's time for the possession technique again. You know what the deal. Possession! It never gets old. Alright, now we're gonna have to jump up in the air, and when you reach the height of the jump, you press the sword. So with that said, come on, too high, too high. Turn around. Okay. There we go. That's what we're trying to do. And that makes scroll number 7. However, we now have all, well, 7 scrolls. We need 8 actually, turns out. And the 8th one is literally in the graveyard in Castor Wild. Oh, we'll get to that. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But first, I had to get that particular skill, but now we're just gonna go on ahead and at least merge the elements once again, because the remaining heart pieces may require it. So it's back to the self section again. And on that note, let's avoid the guys over here. And honestly, I need to find the fourth and final bottle of the game. That's another thing I need to find. Let's let these imbeciles walk about. I'm gonna hide myself in camouflage here and run for it. And soon we will complete the Precori Blade, which is now the Wind Element Blade, due to the fact that it has 3 elements. And get used to this castle now. It may look regal for now, but that's about to change real quick. And how quick we're talking? Real simple. As soon as we fuse the final element and actually go forward. This is pretty important that you do this, because believe it or not, this is how you're going to actually progress through the entirety of the final dungeon of the game. And with all 4 elements combined, you now have the 4 Sword. So yay, we get Legend of Zelda 4 Swords without actually having to play Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. And on top of that, you now get a spin attack that can actually break Vadi's curse. On top of the fact that it will release that tablet, which will give us access to that room. Now then, for the downside of this entire ordeal. Wait, we gotta go through that door, so it's a butt down must situation. So yeah, if we do that, we're gonna open up the final dungeon of the game. That's why I was trying to go back, because I feel that we missed a lot of things, and yes, we did. We still got more heart pieces to get. So all we have to do is just read the stained glass, and what the stained glass will reveal is that once darkness starts showing up and the world is on a verge of collapse, a hero with the Pickery Blade and the 4 elements combined will come after the overwhelming darkness. And on top of that, they will reveal the golden power. And once peace is restored, it'll be back into the box that it was unsealed from. Ironically enough, said golden power that was mentioned is the Triforce of Wisdom. So, this guy is literally after the Triforce of Wisdom, and unfortunately, Fati happened to overhear all of it, and was waiting for us to actually open this door. And now, we got the Ganondorf treatment. You know, this is the second time he blasts me with a goddamn beam. That is getting really old. So, since he done blasted me with a beam, now we have no choice but to go after the guy. With that said, we now have to leave this place. But when we do, things are gonna take a horrible turn for the worse. But before we do that, we're gonna have to split in the floor, because that's the only way we're gonna get out. Let's open the door, get through, and as soon as we leave the Element Sanctuary, something is just not right with Hyrule. In fact, all those statues that was there, well, they've now been replaced. Now there's actual statues of people that's been cursed by Vati. And this is probably the only way you're gonna get out of here. Just want to point that out to you. So, since you have freed that guy, he will pretty much talk about the curse and the fact that the king is still hidden, because he knows that the king that was there was actually Vati. And after freeing that guy, he talks about how the princess is in Vati's possession, meaning we're gonna have to free her too. And the only thing that was blocking us was that guy. And on that note, we're gonna step out of Hyrule Castles right quick. Well, Dark Hyrule Castle. Well, unfortunately, we have to actually complete a small majority of it just for us to get out of here, so we'll be back. And we're back. So let's go on ahead and complete that small majority. I had to go to work, that's why I said we'll be back. Anyway, it's time for us to take care of business. And the new thing for this castle is fake doors. Yeah, that one behind that moblin, that's a fake door. There's only one true door that you need to unlock, and that one has the key. No, that one needs a key, basically. And for the record, this is an official dungeon, not to mention it's the last dungeon in the game. Told you this game was really short. I mean, it would have been short had I not been dawdling around. But, well, actually I wasn't dawdling around. I had to get all the, cleanup. We're still got some cleanup, but as soon as I leave Dark Hyrule Castle, because we're gonna have to come back here and get ourselves well prepared. Unfortunately, again, there are certain areas that we cannot actually access until we beat the... Oh, god damn it! I knew that was gonna happen! And I had to fall down there. I had to fall down there. So, I just have to use the Rocks Cape to jump around. But we need to go up to the top floor. And this is the reason why we need to go up to the top floor. Because the king is right there. You can't use the beam attack through the bars. I've already tried. So, with that said, we're gonna have to go right back up and shrink ourselves. Funny thing, believe it or not, those anti-fairies that you see right there, I think that's what they are. that constantly hugs themselves and burn you to death? Yeah, you can actually suck them up with the gust jar. The blue fires hurt more than the red one. Let's go on ahead and bomb the wall, because that's what we need to do. Oh, and there's another fake door. As you can see, fake doors are going to be a thing. Pass me, no, not yet. Just bomb the wall. That's the next thing you gotta do. Okay. Now then, we just gotta wait for the wall to be bombed. Yeah, at least it'll shield us from the explosion anyway. And now... oh, we gotta bomb the wall from the other side too. Well, we'll deal with that when we finish up most of the cleanup. Yeah, there's no reason for us to go there just yet. And don't get too close to the skulls. They're not gonna... yeah, they're not going to move unless you get too close to them. And I'd rather not do that. But avoid that Sparky right there. Might as well just call it that, because that's exactly what it is. And we can just go into the hole as a Minish, and we'll unshrink ourselves. And now, we open the door, and we need to charge the sword as soon as we get in. And there's a good reason why. Tom the Free King. But we need to turn around the other way. Didn't even need a full charge. So, with that said, King Daltus is freed. Even though this guy looks like Daphnis Johannes Hyrule. He's called Daltus in this game. But whatever the case, now that he's freed, he is the only reason for us to actually get out of here. Due to the fact that he has the only key that leads to that one door that's not fake. And again, I'll have to actually partially do this game. And folks, in case you're wondering if there's a dungeon item, no, there is no dungeon item in this game. Well, in this castle, that's what I'm saying. Because we've gotten all of the dungeon items from every single dungeon. The only thing we're missing is a bottle. The bottle's not really a dungeon item, but the only thing we're missing is the last bottle of the game, and I do believe we are missing the pictograph, which I still need to do surprise mechanics for. And also we are missing... what else are we missing? Oh, damn it. We're also missing the skills. Because now that I have a scroll, there's one last scroll we need to get. On that note, avoid that fake door. Open that door. And we'll have to fight our way through Wizrobes! No! Not again! Ah, no! It's always the 6th level! It's always the 6th level! I don't even know what to say, man. Wizrobes are bogus. Ooh, you know, I should have just climbed up the stairs. I really should have. That probably would have continued the stage. But we need to get here. Actually, yeah, we do need to climb up the stairs, but we needed to climb up here because this gives us the map. Thankfully, we won't have to worry about finding the map after this. The only thing that's left to find is the compass and the big key. Then again, who really needs the compass or the big key at this point? Well, big key, yes. Compass, no. Nobody probably would need a compass at this point. because we know where Body is, deep within the palace. And these moblins are like the stronger version of the regular moblins that you've seen. They're much more aggressive. And more importantly, we've got Keese. Much more aggressive versions of the Keese. Ah, great. Whiz robes. I do like that spin attack, beam attack. So, with that said, that beam attack may come in handy. Now, speaking of reflecting statues, get used to this, because this is how you're going to beat the boss. Let's... Damn it! Too early. Alright. Swing! There we go! We're just completing some of this so that way we'll be able to go... Oh no! Ah, I hate floor masters. Thank God the angle of the sword is actually more accurate. And one of them still hit me. One of the jars still hit me. It's okay. We're almost out of this godforsaken palace. Oh, by the way, that button is to reset the puzzle. So I'm gonna have to follow the puzzle by filling out all the blocks. I better get used to this. This is also a thing in Persona 5 Royal. That is, if I'm going to eventually play that game. Spoiler alert, I will. Just somewhere in the near future. Well, for the channel anyway. I've played the game multiple times, really. Is it any good? I'd rather the original. There's just too much extra stuff. And on top of the fact that they could have just put it in the original and not named it, and just named it Persona 5 and be done with it. Arguments aside. One, two, three, four. We just gotta not... Okay, we gotta do this correctly. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Let's avoid the spike. There we go. And there's a key right here, right? Yes! And that's for that door. However, we're gonna leave. And I think we need to leave out this way. Which would bring us up there, so we have no business up there. The actual main palace is behind that locked door. So, for the most part, at least we're able to leave. Now, I had to move my cursor, my mouse out of the way because, well, it was in the way. So with that said, time for me to leave over to, yeah, let's leave over to Lake Hylia. I'll be back. Alright, now it's time to use the... Let's try this again. And Superman! There we go. Now that we got the, heart. Okay, let's try that again without falling into the water this time. Thankfully, I have the flippers. And 1, 2, 3, Superman! There we go. And now, we're gonna break through this wall. And this is where we're gonna get the final Goron. This area right here. So, with all the digging that's happening, there is a huge section here that we have to dig. Probably the entirety of this section. Because there's some that's going to have some kinstones hidden behind it. Others is going to lead to another kinstone fusion. Actually, no, there's one area that leads to the last kinstone fusion we need. Then there's this that leads to the other half of this maze. Now, I do believe this is to get to a potential Kenstone fusion area where they drop a treasure chest. I'm pretty sure that's what that's for. Because there's going to be another bean that is planted right here. And I'm digging up the ground, but it ain't gonna do anything. That's gonna be from a Kenstone fusion in Minish Woods. No, yeah, that's right, it's in Minish Woods. Oh no! Damn it! Oh thank God. Oh thank God. Why was there a like there? It makes no damn sense! Oh, and that was a treasure chest over there too. Probably Kenstone, probably some what the hell was... Oh! It's Kenstones. Alright, we just need to get through the rest of this stage. Again, never hurts to look around. I may have to come back here for that treasure chest. Probably off screen, and it's more than likely going to be mysterious shells for surprise mechanics! I know y'all probably sick and tired of me calling it surprise mechanics, but, well, what do you expect? Alright. We are just going to take this Kenstone here. And, again, we're digging extremely fast because of the Joy Butterfly that was given to us. There's another Joy Butterfly, one that will make our sword swings faster, and one that'll make our arrows faster. Well, shoot faster. Basically speaking, you need those Joy Butterflies, as those Joy Butterflies will probably break this game in half. That's what those Joy Butterflies were for Din, Naru, and Ferore. Whatever the case. Oh wait, we're going over there anyway. Huh, who knew? Yep, it is mysterious shells. So yay, more surprise mechanics. Probably next week. But there is something down there. We'll worry about that in just a little bit, because the last area we need to go to is over where that Molderm is. Yeah, that's a lot of digging that I'm doing. But we couldn't get here before because we weren't able to due to the fact that we didn't have the Rocks King. Now that we did, and now that we jumped all the way over here, now we're digging our way throughout all of this, and, ooh, more mysterious shells for surprise mechanics. More Kenstones for fusion. Oh, right, we're gonna have to fuse with, another... We're gonna have to fuse it with another one of Tingle's brothers, probably. I think we have to fuse with 2 of them, at least. Yeah, maybe we have to fuse with Ankle and Knuckle. No, wait, I've already tried Knuckle. Knuckle isn't giving me anything. And probably Ankle. I'll have to check him out. Okay, not like that, but still. They may have another fusion. So I'm not going to miss that one out. But there is the fusion right here that we needed to find. So with that said, let's fuse the Kenstone. And this Kenstone will give us access to the last Goron. And as I said, that particular Goron, he is going to break down the wall, and more importantly, lead these guys to, yeah, he's more importantly going to lead these guys over to Mount Vale. That's pretty much where they are going to be. And not to mention, we got a Kenstone fuse with that Goron specifically. So with that said, these Goron have finally broken through, and we won't be able to access that area near Lon Lon Ranch, until we beat the game. That is what we needed to do, so that's going to give us the mirror shield eventually. So for now, we're going to have to go out the other exit. Let's see where that leads to. In case you're wondering why you couldn't get to that exit, you have to dig through there. So now, let's just grab this and be on our merry way. Yes, having a heart piece is awesome. So with that said, let's move over to the next area. And that's to get this heart piece that's here. Believe it or not, there is actually a treasure chest hidden here because of a Kinstone fusion. And you had no access to this until the teachers moved out of the way. Or at least the kids, too. And that didn't happen until after you beat the Palace of Winds. Now that you have the access to get this, and on top of that to get all 4 swords, push this up, grab the heart piece. So now we have 6 hearts, so that means we have a total of 20 hearts left to find. No, seriously, that's all we have left. 20 heart pieces left, and I know where 3 of them are. One's in surprise mechanics, the other one is in the, well, actually 2 of them, really. One's in surprise mechanics, the other one was with the cuckoo lady, and that's the only 2 that I need to get. That is important. Because the rest of them I can just easily find once I, wander around a bit. Those 2 specifically are the hardest ones to get. And we just have to talk to that Minish eventually, now that everything has gone to the point with near Endgame. We just need to go up that vine in Eastern Hills, which is literally right outside. And that's where you find this little guy, in Eastern Hills. So, we just need to climb up, and we need to go over to get that vine. There's another vine, but I have to fuse with another Minish, and that's going to be the next episode. Because we're going to be doing cleanup before we go to the final dungeon of the game and finally clear that out. And we still have to beat the game too. Let's see. Maybe it's surprise mechanics. Yep, there's more surprise mechanics on the way. That's right, we're going to probably have to get maybe a couple of more shells for this. And on that note, we're going to be using the flute to head over to Castor Wilds. Or actually not, we can go... Oh wait, I know where we were going. We're going to unravel that hole that the Gorons dig up. So that means we're going to have to go to Lon Lon Ranch. Too bad there's not a Windcrest in Lon Lon Ranch, so... Oops. It would have made things a lot easier. So on that note, let's head over to Lon Lon Ranch, shall we? Alright, now it's time for us to go into that hole that the Gorons made. Last time we found 200 rupees. This time, the Gorons have uncovered, well, the entrance to Vale Falls. But let's fuse with that Goron. Okay, that was an accident. Let's try that again. Let's fuse with the Goron, and this will bring up the Bigoron. Now then, that Bigoron is going to be the person that's going to give you the mirror shield. Too bad we have to beat the game in order for it to actually get to the guy. And, by the way, if you're watching this for the first time on GBA, this will scare the fuck out of you. Plain and simple. And folks, we'll have to wait until the game is beaten in order for it to actually get the shield that we probably won't be needing, because we'll probably be Vati by the time we do. Oh, right. Almost forgot. There's 2 areas that can be bombed. Oh wait, no there's not. No there's not. That's just the areas where the rocks used to be. Never mind. False alarm. But we are going to go to Castor Wilds this time. So let's do that. I'll see you right over there. And now we're in Castor Wilds, and this is the place we needed to go. That graveyard would not have opened until you gotten 7 scrolls. And why do we need a grave? Because that's where the final master is. Yeah, he's dead. So let's pick up this heart piece. And now we've collected yet another heart piece. This time, we're gonna talk to Swiftblade the First. And he will teach us a brand new technique, which is ridiculous. Probably one of the best techniques in the game. However, I'm not sure if it's gonna be good for Vadi or not. But it's the Great Spin Attack. So first, do a spin attack. Second, press the button repeatedly. Repeatedly, do you hear me? That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. Woohoo! But it's not that easy. One must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That is why I will now possess your body as to demonstrate the technique. This is the spooky possession technique of trading. Watch this. Possession! I am so gonna miss this. This is the last master that does that, by the way. And this is the easiest one to master. So, with that said, let's perform the spin attack. And keep pressing the button. By the way, it only lasts for as long as the magic meter is up. Once the magic meter's up, yeah, that's the spins will stop. However, we got the last Tiger Scroll. For those of you who don't know what that means we gotta go to Great Blade. And he gives you the extension to the move you just learned. So on that note, let's head over to Vale Falls, because that's where we need to go. Oh, I think it's Royal Valley. No, never mind. It's Royal Valley. That's where we need to go. So, on that note, we're going to be going over there, and I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, remember that master I couldn't get to in the last part? Well, now we can. We have all 8 scrolls. And because of that, Great Blade can now teach us the final technique of the game, which will make the Great Spin Attack last a hell of a lot longer. So, with that said, I take visualization training very seriously, I have you know. Now quietly close your eyes. Visualize your sword continuing to move longer than ever possible. Whoa! Spinning! Spinning! That's all he's going to be saying, by the way. Spinning! 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 I'm gonna miss these masters so much. I love this game. And now, with that said, the Great Spin Attack is now going to last longer than ever, and I can probably do up to 10 to 20 hits before the meter actually runs out. Here, wrong thing. Let me at least show that off. Yeah, as you can see, I did about 10 or 20 hits. And now, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we still got more cleanup before we actually go to the final dungeon of the game and finish it. This is RVMan 985. See you all next week.